Tash Dile everyone, I am Sakina Bhatt and welcome to Tibet This Week, a weekly feature in English that tells you about this week's news on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Central Tibetan Administration. Let's look at the headlines first. Violence in the name of religion unthinkable, His Holiness the Dalai Lama on Myanmar crisis. CTA President featured on the cover of Newsweek Spanish magazine. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights raises Tibet at the 36th session of the Human Rights Council. On Friday last week, His Holiness the Dalai Lama expressed deep sorrow over the ongoing violence in Rakhine State of Buddhist majority Myanmar. His Holiness has said that the plight of around 300,000 ethnic Muslims from the region fleeing to Bangladesh has made him very sad. Speaking to media persons at Kangra Airport on Friday while leaving for a 20-day visit to Europe, His Holiness the Dalai Lama said,
those people, you see, who sort of harassing some Muslim, then they should remember Buddha. I think such circumstances, Buddha helping, definitely help to those poor Muslim. So still I feel that. So very sad, very sad.
2 weeks ago, His Holiness had also written a letter to fellow Nobel Peace Laureate and State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi into finding a peaceful solution to the crisis. May I take the liberty of writing to you once again to tell you how dismayed I am by the distressing circumstances in which the situation seems to have deteriorated further. It is disappointing to observe that the problem appears to be getting worse and the violence is increasing. I appeal to you and your fellow leaders to reach out to all sections of society to try to restore friendly relations throughout the population in a spirit of peace and reconciliation, His Holiness wrote in his letter. His Holiness has consistently denounced violence in the name of religion and has discouraged use of labels such as Muslim terrorist and Buddhist terrorist. He has vehemently spoken against violence in the name of religion and has maintained that those who indulge in violence cannot be true followers of any religion, as all religions advocate a universal message of peace, love and warm-heartedness. His Holiness has also made repeated calls to learn from the mistakes of the 20th century and make the 21st century a century of peace based on the power of dialogue to resolve conflicts.
You see, other problem, which is easily understandable, but religions also causing conflict. It's really, really sad, unthinkable. All major religious traditions. It's a source of the immense inspiration over 2,000 years, and including Sangha philosophy, 3,000 years, like that. So therefore, the all major religious tradition, religion of human being. So we human appreciate human love, human affection.
On Monday this week, the President of Central Tibetan Administration, Dr. Lobsang Sangye, has been featured on the cover of Newsweek en Español. The September 11 issue features the cover story titled, "Tibet is vital for the rest of the world." According to Tsewang Phintso, representative of His Holiness the Dalai Lama to Latin America, this is the only second time a Tibet issue or a Tibetan personality has been featured on the cover following the October 2013 edition, which featured His Holiness the Dalai Lama during his visit to Mexico. Tony Karam, founding director of Casa Tibet Mexico, said, "This is the week during which the Mexican president visited China and when Mexico was hit by a massive earthquake. Yet to make it the cover of largest selling news magazine in Spanish-speaking regions attests to the vital importance of Tibet, His Holiness and the political leadership of CTA." terming Dr. Sangye as the political successor of the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso. Adriana Amezcua, the international editor for Newsweek Mexico, discusses with the CTA president a wide range of issues from resolving political differences and an indispensable instrument for harmonious relations between the nations to the significance of Tibet as the Earth's third pole and its impact on Asia and the rest of the planet Earth. Dr. Sangye calls on Latin America, and in particular Mexico, to review and understand the history of what is now considered the second least free nation in the world, which continues its peaceful struggle to achieve genuine autonomy under the framework of People's Republic of China through the middle way approach based on the principles of non-violence and dialogue. President Dr. Sangye's maiden visit to Mexico garnered widespread media coverage and commentary. In addition, Dr. Sangye gave a lecture at Casa Tibet Mexico and the three most important universities in Mexico. All in all, he was able to reach more than 800 students. Newsweek has 4 English language editions and 12 editions in regional languages. The Spanish edition covers 18 Spanish-speaking countries, including the US, with a wide circulation and a reach to millions in North and South American continent. On Tuesday this week, UN Human Rights Chief Zeid Hussein raised the issue of Tibet and the cases of late Tenzin Dilek Rinpoche and Tibetan language advocate Tashi Wangchuk in the opening statement at the 36th session of the Human Rights Council. In the statement, he painted a grim picture of the human rights situation in the world and called on governments across the world to uphold and promote human rights ever more than before. The High Commissioner also highlighted the cases of deaths in detention, including prominent Tibetan religious leader Tenzin Dilek Rinpoche, Nobel Peace Prize laureate Liu Xiaobo, and activist Chao Shunli. He also had concerns for those who are in various forms of deprivation of liberty on questionable grounds without any independent oversight mechanism, mentioning Tibetan language rights activist Tashi Wangchuk along with other human rights defenders. Earlier last month, the US State Department released an annual report on international religious freedom, which highlighted Chinese interference in religious practices in monasteries and nunneries in Tibet. The apprehensive voice raised by the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights as well as HRW's report further reiterates the Central Tibetan Administration's call for an independent investigation into the deteriorating human rights situation in Tibet. So much for today. See you next week. Have a great weekend.